Hello everyone. Today I'm working with Kendra's bonus printable for February 2024. And I've got all of my elements cut and ready to assemble. I lost a little bit of footage on this sketch one, but I'm just working with all of the printables that were included with Kendra's February 2024 bonus printable. And I've cut all of my paper according to the sketch, and I'm just getting it laid down for sketch one. Now this set of printables is just so perfect for this time of year. You know, when we're kind of getting worn out by the winter weather and it's dreary, and we've made all of our Christmas and our snow and then our Valentine's, and now we're ready to move on to something a little bit more springy and bright colored. So I was just thrilled to work with this set of papers just because it's so happy and I'm ready for some happy weather. So I'm just getting everything assembled on here. Now I did it again. I attached these strips, or the panel, before I put the strips on. And so I'm just going to use my knife here and just cut these pieces off. I'm lifting it up because I'm going to grab my scissors and clip off real quick. I don't have a lot of, kind of got out of frame there a little bit. But that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my Cricut X-Acto knife and I'm just cutting those pieces off to kind of make up for the fact that I should have put them down before I glued that panel on. I know better because I've made several sets of these, but I think it kind of comes together. I thought it would be fun to use that blue and white pattern paper there just for my strips, and to use all of the same. So that's what I'm doing. And then I just had some die cuts that I've had in some little containers for quite a while, and this seemed to match the color really well, so I just put it down on there. Now Kendra does provide sentiments with this printable, and after I make, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these, I'll begin bringing in her sentiments. I was thinking originally I would put some of the sentiments on the inside, but I eventually will start putting some on the outside. Now we're working with card sketch 2 here, and I think this is one of my favorites because I just keep making this one over and over again, so I don't know if it's just my favorite or it just seems easy. And I've embossed both of these panels, and it's got a real cute embossed detail on it. And the reason why I did that is I embossed the first one and then realized I'd grabbed the wrong panel that needed to be embossed, so they both got embossed. But I like this color combination. I had this pink and this yellow paper that cardstock that I'm bringing in. I had this large stash of some panels that I had already pre-cut, and I've got them in a little wooden bin, and I have a lot of them, and I was like, wow, this is going to give me an opportunity to really use up some of this cardstock. So I'm doing what I've done on this sketch here, is adding these corner pieces, and I'm just bringing in some hammer mill, putting it on the corners just so that it will lay level on my card base. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm just doing one layer because that's hammer mill 100-pound, and it's pretty good and sturdy. So I love this color combination, this pink and this yellow. I just think it's so cute. And then I've got to bring in a hug sentiment in the blue that's in the floral pattern paper on the bottom layer there, and I think that looks really cute. Gosh, this is just such a quick way to make some really fun cards. Not only do you have the sketches, but then you've got these bonus printables, and it's just really fun. Now I'm bringing in sketch 3, and this is the one where you need to build a scene. And so I have already taken a white panel and stamped just something from my stash with a floral element and a sentiment. And I've used one of my embossing folders from Spellbinders, and I've just embossed this blue panel, and I'm going to get it laid down on my card base, and we'll just start building our scene. Now this is the one where you put the 2 little strips on the paper, and then you cover it up with your scene. So I'm just getting these laid down on here. And then I'll just get that laid down. And in looking at this card as I went back, I wish I would have splattered or something on the Build a Scene panel, because there's a lot of white and then we've got all that color, and I think if I would have splattered or even maybe smushed it, ink smushed it with some pink or something, I think I would have liked that a little more. But this is good and clean. I mean, it's a clean design. It's just not got a lot of bells and whistles on it. I also probably could have added some embellishments, and perhaps that would have also made this look more finished. I considered bringing that banner in and then changed my mind, but I think I might go back to that card, you know, and just add some embellishments to it, and that might add a little pizzazz to it. I'm just taking my little eraser and cleaning off the glue that's on there. And that finishes up that card. Now we're going to bring in sketch 4, and I've actually got a sentiment laying on there, and I don't wind up using it. I wind up getting one of Kendra's and using them. This is another one that I've used a Spellbinders embossing folder on, and what I started to do here was bring in some of the elements from my Crafty Advent calendar from Spellbinders. I had seen it laying there, and I thought, oh gosh, there's a lot of really cute little dies that I could use to adorn this set of cards. So I started bringing some of those in, and once we get going here, you'll see that I have die cut out of one of the panels, the little floral die image. And this is another one of the designs that I'm particularly fond of. I keep using it as well. I just like that kind of wonky squares that you lay down on there. And I think it's a lot of fun. These patterns just, they all look so good together, and they're not too busy. Now this is the one that I took and die cut out the center, and it's got a little floral pattern, so I'm turning it in the right direction so I can get it laid down on there. And I thought that was kind of a fun element to bring into the card and kind of make a focal point with it. And this is where I grabbed the sentiments that came with the bonus, and I just decide that I want to bring in some more of the blue, I think. And I'm cutting it out off camera because I'm using my guillotine because I want to get a good straight cut. And so I'm just getting it cut out, and then I'm bringing it back in. And so I'm going to bring some foam tape, and I'm just going to pop this up, and we'll get this laid down on here. So to get access to this, you need to be a part of Kendra's Patron group, and then you can get access to this. So it's really fun. I think it just adds to your fun with your Kendra's Card Challenge. Now that hello die there, that was part of that Crafty Advent that I was talking about. And I'm first laying these panels down on there, and I'm like, wait, they don't fit. And I'm like, oh, I've got them in the wrong order. And I think this is really fun, these patterns here together. And I'm going to get it arranged on here how I like it, and then I'm just going to grab a piece of tape and tape them and then flip them over so I can glue them. I just think this helps me to get them aligned the way that I want them. If I just take some of that mint tape, stick it on there, flip it over, and then glue it down. I'm just making 7 of the 15 cards on today's video. I thought that was a long enough video. I was able to get it down to under 14 minutes, and I thought, well, that's decent. So I'll make the next 8 on another video. Now I'm just pulling my mint tape off. I'm looking at my card sketch there, and then I'm going to lay this down on my panel. And this is kind of an ombre panel that I'm laying it on. It was really pretty. I like how it printed out. The other cool thing, which I don't know if I bring them into this set or not, is she's got a little grassy scene, sky scene that she makes available as part of this as well. So I put that all together and I realized I didn't have my card base. So I had to bring in my score buddy and get my card base ready so that I could get this laid down on my card base. And I'm using my new glue gun. I finally got one. They got back in stock and I got one and I was excited to use it. Now here I'm grabbing 7, so I went directly from 5 to 7. I got out of order and I'm going to assemble 7 and then we'll come back around and get 6. So this time I grabbed a card base. I had one handy evidently. And I'm going to get this panel laid down on there. I'm going to have some white showing around there. I decided to just let the base of the card be the edge. And then this is a fun sprinkles orange pattern that I think is really cute. And I'm going to get it laid down on there. Try to get it lined up nicely. And then I'm going to bring in that ombre panel and lay my florals and my, I don't know, what is that? It's like a subway tile pattern, and I can't think of the name of the pattern of the blue there. Anyway, I'm going to get it laid down. And I know on the card sketch you put a piece of panel behind this and layer it up, but I just layered it all on the same and just overlapped a little bit. And I'll get this laid down. And I'm going to bring in a sentiment that I have die cut from the ombre panel, and I used one of my Spellbinders. Well, I started to do that and then I've decided to use the happy birthday from the download. You can see off to the side there I had another sentiment. So I'm going to put the happy birthday on there, and I kind of like that because it brings that yellow back in. So that makes it nice. So I've got myself a quick little happy birthday card, and I didn't use the twine that the sketch called for. Now we're going back. I just showed you I went out of order with 7, and now I'm going to do 6, and I'm going to bring in another nesting die from my Advent calendar for the focal point on this. Get my card base, and I'm going to lay my pieces from where 5 and 6 match, and you do the opposite pieces. I'm going to do the same thing. This is going to be a top folding, and I'm going to get them lined up, and then I'll bring that same piece of mint tape in, tape them down. Oops, it moved on me. Got to fix it. Try to get it right, pick it back up, glue it, and get it laid down. This is just one of those tips that I think was helpful to me in just getting this laid down on there. And I did speed this up, I don't know, 2.5 times, just to kind of save time on the video. Hopefully it's not too quick for you. I wish I was had my camera better, or at least my card base more in the center. So I apologize for that. So I like this nesting die set. I thought that would be fun. I'm going to lay this down on my card base, and then we'll bring in a sentiment, and then that will finish up this card. So it's got a pretty thick top edge on there, but I noticed the bottom is the same too. So I don't know if I cut my panel wrong or what, but I'm going to go with it. So I'm just going to bring in another one of Kendra's sentiments that were included in this printable bonus, and I'm going to use some foam tape, and I'm going to pop it up, and that'll finish off 6, and we did 7 cards. We'll just do a quick review of them. I hope you like them. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.